competition in Tulsa last month. What did you learn on that final day that perhaps you can put into action and go over the top tomorrow?
I think I didn't have my A game that day, and still just missed the playoff by one or two shots. I can't even remember now. But I think that was the thing, is that I felt like if I played anything like my A game, B game, whatever, I would have been in even better contention. So for me, I think taking that away from it, knowing that I can play better than I did and where I finished, definitely brought into this week, and as well as obviously having great experiences here before.
Do you think your win in 2013 might give you the edge tomorrow?
I certainly think it gives me an edge over the others. Yeah, I genuinely do believe that. It's it's a real, obviously, positive moment in my career. It kind of kick-started me, and to come back here and play so well again, it kind of just gives me growing confidence round by round. So,
to your left, Dan.
Have you ever heard the word Fitzy yelled more on American soil?
Probably not, to be honest. I was walking down 18 and said the same thing to Billy. I said, obviously winning the USAM here helps, but just feels a bit more like a home game this week, and that's why it feels different and for the better. It's been great to have the support this week, and any moments that I've had of success around here during this week, it's been celebrated pretty loud.
Yeah, Ryan.
You've obviously won there's a gap, and like, how do I close it? Can I close it? Like, how limiting is this going to be in terms of like what I'm able to do in my career? Yeah,
I mean, now I look back. I look back from where I am now to years ago and where my game was, and it's actually crazy how different my game is. It really is. It's I think one thing that was it was the big thing really that was holding me back. Putting was good, short game was good, approach play was fine, but my driving, I was straight, but just didn't have that distance to take advantage of everything else. And now I feel like I've gone one more than that. Rather than just keeping up, I'm past guys. My ball speed's up considerably over the last year or so. And I think all of a sudden doing that, it just gives me a much bigger chance in competing week in, week out. And I feel like that's what it has done this year.
So it's like a self-belief? It increases your self-belief?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure it's the same with Rory. He's arguably the best driver on the planet, as well as DJ, Ram, all those boys. They step on the tee against someone and they know they've got 20 on them instantly. And that's a big difference. It could be 2 clubs, it could be 3 clubs, and that's huge when it comes to 72 holes. So for me, I definitely feel similar to that now.
Last question, Dan.
Obviously, distance is what.
Keegan Bradley, 1 under 69. Keegan, it's weird to talk about a walk down 18 on Saturday, but talk a little bit about the reception you just got.
Well, I've been asked about it a ton since I've been finished, and honestly, it was one of the most amazing moments of my entire life. That was, I got to feel what it feels like to play in Fenway, to play in the Garden, to play, in Gillette Stadium. I felt like a Boston player there. That was a moment I'll never forget the rest of my life, and I appreciate the fans giving me that, and I hope to have them cheer again tomorrow.
You've put yourself in contention here on a week that you've circled on your calendar for a long time. Talk us through what that feels like at this moment.
Yeah, it's been a pretty intense week, and looking into the crowd. I've tried really hard this week to look into the crowd and see the people, and every now and then I'll look and I'll see an aunt or an uncle or a friend, and it's really, really fun. And the crowds, as usual, here in Boston are, I think, the best in the world, so pretty fun.
We're going to start with Dylan on the left.
Yeah, are you a big-time Boston athlete? Like, does that get to you?
It really does. I just, as a kid, I dream of playing in front of Boston fans and being a Patriot or, being in the Garden. And most of the time I'm playing across the world or the country, and I'm by myself. And every now and then, I'm in Hartford or, and I get to feel that, or in a Ryder Cup. But out here today felt like I was on a home game, which is something that I've, as a kid, it's a dream.
And then do you try to channel that, or do you try to
So out of curiosity, what's your favorite Boston sports memory?
Well, most of them revolve around Tom Brady, but I remember watching their first Super Bowl with my dad in the basement at my house in Vermont. I remember watching Vinatieri's kick go through was just amazing. But actually, when I came to the Ryder Cup here in '99, we were here on Sunday, and everyone ran out into the green, and I asked my dad if I could run out. I was a little kid. And there's like a crooked tree out here. My dad said, all right, I'm going to stand right next to this crooked tree. And you go out and come right back, because we didn't have cell phones. And you could still see it. It leans a little bit. So that's a fun memory, too.
You look at the tree when you're on 17 now.
All right, Adam Hadwin, even par 70. Adam, can you talk us through your round today?
Yeah, just kind of a scrappy round. Hit a lot of good quality golf shots. Felt like I left a couple out there early on. And then just kind of kept fighting through. Just kept hitting decent golf shot after decent golf shot. Made some nice sort of 3 to 6 footers on the back to kind of keep things going. And nice to to get one at 17 to finish.
Yeah, and how tough were the conditions out there for you today?
Did you work? Because obviously you're in good form.
Yeah. Pretty crazy to think. Obviously, you never want to leave it to an alternate chance. I did think snagging the first alternate at what we consider a PGA Tour qualifying site, I thought gave me at least a better than 50-50 chance of getting in. But you're never quite sure until you get the call. So, like you said, I was excited to get the call just because I've been playing some good golf. Muirfield Village is not an easy golf course in and of itself. St. George's last week did not play easy there for a little while as well. So I felt like I was well prepared to come in, and just, kind of plod along and just shot after shot. And things have worked out so far.
Yeah, Dan, to your right.